Backrooms follows Clark, a disgruntled furniture store salesman who finds a portal to the backrooms in the basement of his furniture store. And from there, he just grows increasingly obsessed with the backrooms, continuing to explore it and drag other people in with him, delving deeper and deeper into this new dimension. Kane Parsons, a 20-year-old, directed this movie. I am a 21-year-old film student, and this 20-year-old directed this movie. It really boggles my mind because I see what I create as a film student and what all my other classmates create, and it's just like none of us, no offense to anybody who I go to school with, but I'm gonna be honest here, none of us, myself included, could create anything on the level of this movie. Or even on the level of the Backrooms shorts that Parsons created for YouTube that got him this gig in the first place. Like, it is such an achievement on its own that this movie exists. And I really wanted to hammer that in before getting into this review. It stars Chiwetel Ejiofor as Clark and Renata Rensby as Mary, Clark's therapist. They are both great. I think that they are both some of the most interesting actors working in Hollywood right now. Rensby specifically, I think this is her first entirely English language movie, which is awesome for her. I think she does great here. I can't wait to see what more she has the chance to do. And Ejiofor really chews up scenery here as Clark, especially in the third act with certain scenes, but also earlier in the movie as you see him attempting to be a successful furniture salesman. But the highlight of this movie is the backrooms themselves. They really built these sets and they are just so off-putting. It really feels like that liminal space you saw in the shorts, where it is this world sort of between worlds, this recreation of things that you see on Earth, like in our real world, but just distorted. A lot of this movie is just characters walking around the backrooms and them taking it all in. Things just seem slightly off to them and they begin to realize that as they go through. I thought that all of those scenes were just really well done. Unfortunately, there just were certain moments that kind of frustrated me. You have times when characters are running and they are just running so slowly. They will just do a light jog when they are running from something that could be super, super dangerous. And it's just kind of okay, you either run or you don't run. You can't just do this weird in between. It took me out of the scene personally. There's one specific scene that I can think of where one character is just running in this really poor way and I'm just come on. You also have so many characters. Well, when I say so many, I really mean 4 separate characters who enter the backrooms and we get to see them have that first initial reaction. And it makes sense for the first character, but the more we get it, I'm just okay, we don't need this. You can just keep the movie going. We get that the backrooms are weird and people will be weirded out by them. It felt like for every step forward the movie took, it had to take half a step backwards. But there are some moments here that are seriously scary, especially the found footage scenes. These are scenes that I believe are still created through Blender, which is the same free platform that Parsons used to make the initial Backroom shorts. So it's really cool that they still use that platform. And you can really feel it in those scenes that, like, it's photorealistic, but there's this sense of abnormality that not only comes from the setting of the Backrooms, but also just the look of those shots. Like, you can just barely tell that they aren't real, that something is up. And yeah, it's because they are animated shots. What is exciting is that this movie does leave an opening for sequels. I think that we definitely have at least one more Backrooms movie coming down the pipeline from Parsons and A24. This is going to be A24's biggest movie by a mile. It seems like a surefire hit, even though it is pretty divisive among people. And I think that's really exciting. This is not a movie I love. I give it 3 stars. It ranks 31 out of 60 on my list of the 60 films I have seen so far this year. And you can see that full list linked in the description. But I find it to be so much more interesting than all the other major movies out right now. And it is totally worth checking out whether or not you know the YouTube series. Just go check it out and make your own decision. But if you have already seen this movie, please let me know in the comments down below your thoughts. I would love to have a conversation about this movie. I really appreciate you sticking it out and watching this whole review. Thank you so much. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care.